So today I'm making dhokla. Now who doesn't love the sweet and sour taste of dhokla? It's steamed, hence it's diet friendly, makes the perfect breakfast or snack recipe and is extremely delicious. But the real test of a dhokla lies on its super spongy texture. Something that many fail to achieve. And that's why this recipe. So here's a recipe that promises you the perfect spongy dhoklas just the way you get in shops. By the way, if you are someone who like to have spice in everything nice, then wait for the next recipe video where I'll be giving the sweet Gujarati dhokla a spicy Chinese makeover. But before that, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that when I upload new recipes, you get notified instantly, just like these instant dhoklas. Now let's make them. For making the dhokla batter, we would need chickpea flour or besan 1 cup. Now sieve the flour to avoid lumps. This will also help in aeration and make the batter more fluffy. Break the lumps if any. Add turmeric, a pinch, not more. Salt, half teaspoon. Ginger and green chili paste, 1 teaspoon. Citric acid crystals, half teaspoon, dissolved in 1 teaspoon water. Powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons. Refined oil, 2 tablespoons. Now give it a good mix using little water at a time and make a smooth batter. Here I have used 1 cup of lukewarm water. Remember, not hot, just lukewarm. The more you mix, the more air incorporates into the batter, turning the dhokla light and spongy. So give it a good mix for around 5 to 6 minutes or until your hands go numb. Adding oil and powdered sugar makes the batter viscous, and viscosity helps in holding the air or gas inside the dhokla, making it soft and spongy. Well, so much of science goes into cooking. If you don't want to use citric acid crystals, you can also use lemon juice, but I would strongly recommend using citric acid crystals if you really want to replicate the shop-like texture. Now cover and let the batter rest for at least 20 minutes. After 20 minutes of resting, you would notice that the batter has thickened. Mix the batter once again for 2 to 3 minutes. Now we'll add baking soda, half teaspoon, and give it a quick mix, stirring continuously in one direction so that the air bubbles don't break. You have to be really quick here, so while you mix the baking soda into the batter, keep your steamer ready. The batter has raised. Pour the batter into pre-greased tins and steam for 25 to 30 minutes. Here I have divided the batter into two as I will be using the smaller or chotu dhokla for my fusion recipe. Our dhokla sponge base is ready. Always let your dhokla cool down completely before demolding them. Here I have demolded the sponges and check out the texture. Amazing, isn't it? Now let me try showing the sides. I don't want to topple the plate, so I'm afraid, but I'll just try to show from the sides. I'll cut it and show you from the inside. But first, let's cut the chotu sponge. Check out the texture. Soft and spongy. Now this is how your dhokla should be. For the other dhokla, I have removed the sides and cut the sponges into square. If you like, you can keep the sides. I prefer it square, so I have cut the sides and removed them. Check out this soft and spongy dhokla. Amazing, isn't it? And a dhokla is incomplete without the tadka or the tempering on top. So let's make it. Even though I'm using a little portion of the batter for making my other dhokla, the chotu dhokla, but here the quantities or measurement that I'm telling you for the tadka remains the same. That is, it remains the same for the batter made out of 1 cup of chickpea flour. For making the tadka, heat 1 tablespoon of oil, add half teaspoon of mustard seeds, a generous pinch of asafoetida, 1 sprig of curry leaves. Give everything a good mix. Now we'll add slit green chilies around 4 to 5. Fry the chilies a little. Add chopped coriander leaves 1 teaspoon. Grated coconut 1 teaspoon. And a cup of water. Add salt to taste and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now bring everything to a boil. Switch off the flame and add juice of half a lemon. Now let this tadka mix cool down a little and pour over the dhokla sponge while the tadka is still warm. Garnish with fresh coriander leaves and grated coconut. Your amazing dhokla is ready. If you want the written recipe, do click on the link in the description box. And give this recipe a thumbs up if you like this video, and also subscribe to the channel to watch more of such amazing recipes. See you soon with a fusion version of this dhokla. Till then, happy cooking to you.